formed the company in 2010, and I took the lead on kind of the business side of things. You know, a few of us got together and we were writing the grants, but I took the lead on the business thing, and so I had to learn about payroll taxes, learn how to use QuickBooks, do the incorporation with the state, get all the tax filings done, get all the business license, business insurance, register with 10 different federal websites so that we're eligible for the SBIR process, which is a really important part of that process. But yeah, and I had to do all of this outside of my teaching time, outside of my faculty time, you know. I was working 50, 60 hours a week for the university. Well, when you start your business, you've got to tack on another 30, 40 hours a week just to get the business off the ground. And that's tough. So if you're going to do it, make sure you know what you're letting yourself in for. One of the things that did help me was finding a CPA, and they also provide what they call an SBIR starter pack. And it provides a pre-coded QuickBooks, version of QuickBooks, that has all the categories you need so that you are financially correct and keeping your accounts as the federal government would like you to if you're going to get federal funding. And that was huge. And they also provided oversight. So I was doing all the bookkeeping, I was doing all the accounting, putting everything in, and then once a month they would check through and make sure I hadn't screwed up. We were quite lucky. The first people that we hired into the company were actually people that had worked on the SEPA project. And that was one of the main reasons we started the company, was because academia isn't self-sustaining. When you get a 5-year grant, the first 3 years of that we were creating materials, you know, so we had money for a software developer and an artist. Well, in the 4th and 5th year, you're going to schools and you're testing it and evaluating it, but you've run out of money for the people that make it real. So we decided, no, let's make something sustainable. And then when we started the company, they were just about to run out of money for those talented people at UGA, and we said, okay, would you like a job? Which is the best part of my life for the past 3 years, is going to a young, talented professional and saying, would you like a job in science education? Before we even applied for the grants, I made sure I knew what salaries I would need to pay to get the talent I needed. If you take a guess and you go under, you're not going to get the talent you need to do the job you need doing for the grant. So the first thing I did is I went out and I talked to local programmers and artists about what they were getting paid and what would be a reasonable salary for our area in those jobs. And I based it all off that. And I actually added a couple of points extra on top, just because I wanted really good people to come and join the company from the get-go.